Hey everyone, this is Drew Bell here, and welcome back. In the last episode, we got stationery, we got some information, we also got a tape. But now we are going to go to the antique shop. Usually it's a pretty good idea to visit Rose early on, especially in the first episode and the second episode, because that phone number that we were unable to ascertain the correct combination is something that we actually cannot solve yet until we visit Rose. And I know there's other...
Erica, good morning.
Not much good about it.
Oh, indeed. Dear, you look a mess. What happened? Come tell me about it.
So there are other...
And now I'm trying to find Sully before something worse happens.
That's quite a terrible thing. I'm so sorry for your loss, my dear. And if I can help you find your young man, don't you hesitate to say.
Thanks, Rose. I'm not planning to turn down any help on this one.
So there are other areas that I could have gone to. I mean, we haven't... You may have seen Kelsey's apartment, but we're not going to go there quite yet. Because there's really no reason to right now.
Hey, Rose.
Hello, my dear.
Right now, I actually need to click the help one
There's
here.
something I need help with. I was trying to get information from an object, but it's not clear. It's like I'm seeing static. Any ideas?
Some items are rarely by themselves. There is a way to make it more clear. What were you looking at?
This paper has a phone number on it, but it's the wrong one. I was hoping to get the right number by using my power on it, but I'm not getting anything helpful.
Remember how you needed more than one item to see that memory of Jean? It's like that. If you can find another item that was there at the same time, an item that shares that moment of history with this one, you may get what you need by combining them, reading them both at the same time.
Finding their synergy?
Yes, yes, you could say that. Find another item to work with that wrong number and bring them back here. Then we can try.
Okay, so now we are tasked with that. There's other options. I mean, they're all optional.
I'm gonna get...
Goodbye.
I may get to them, but if not, then, you know, you can play for yourself and see what happened. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to the FBI office, because if we need to find any items about Tess, well, we know Tess worked at the FBI office, so we'll see what happens. Now, this is Gwen's little corner that okay, this is Gwen's little corner, this was Tess's little corner. So we need to find an item that Tess would have held, and this pink pen seems to be the ticket here.
This is the one. Lucky for me, she wasn't using the same kind everyone else does.
So that's all we need to do for now. We're gonna head out. And go back to see Rose. A lot like the lighter, we just need to give Rose an item. This time, the pink pen. So here we go.
I have the pen that secretary took down the wrong number with.
Good. Hold them both together and use your powers on them at the same time. It should give you a clearer image, show you the memory that these things share.
Okay, so now we're about to learn a new power. So basically, if you remember projection, what you would do is you would obtain a memory from the environment around you. But synergy is a little different. What you're going to do is combine inventory items, depending on the relevance of the items to what you're looking for. And in this particular fashion, they give you visual clues. If you click on Tessa's pen, it gives you a clue that you're almost there on what the memory is, but the fuzziness means that you don't have it quite yet. Now, if it's something that's completely off the mark... Well, actually, they don't even let you do that anymore. Huh. So yeah, only highlighted things work. There's this. It looks like a woman with some sort of box, but we can't do anything with that right now. We've got 3 charms, but it's still fuzzy. But what we can do is combine the pen and the number and see what happens.
617-555-1342.
Uh-huh, okay. I'll give this to Agent Reed when she gets back.
So, yep, Tess wrote down the wrong number.
It's working. I've got the number.
And they say synergy's just a buzzword.
Do you think if I combine even more items, I can make a memory clearer? See more of it?
I should think so. If you had a number of items that had been in the same place at the same time.
That'll come in handy.
So we'll be using we'll be using that power pretty significantly in this game, or this episode at least. As it should, because it's a new power, so we should be able to play around with it. Oh, I didn't actually want to leave yet. Well, first of all, I should mention these Ouija boards.
Looks like Rose put out a stack of Ouija boards. While I can now admit there are some supernatural things in the world, I still refuse to believe that Parker Brothers has harnessed the spirits of the dead and packaged them in a game board for mass production.
Meh, maybe. How would you know? Either way, you can't pick them up, but we will do that later. We don't have that triggered yet, but we will. Oh, that isn't what I wanted. Ugh, it's not even why I was here. Well, that's fine. One day I will do what I actually meant to do. What I meant to do, since we have that number, is actually call Cordelia.
Hello?
Hi, Cordelia. This is Erica Reed.
Erica, hello! I'm so glad to hear from you.
Sorry it took a while. I'm glad you came by, though. I wanted to talk to you about something.
I was just on my way to visit my brother, in fact. We could meet there in half an hour?
Sounds good. See you soon.
Okay, so let's head over there. Okay. But yeah, the loading screens are significantly faster. Everything pretty much loads a little bit faster compared to Ep1. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying it's a more technically smoother game.
Hello, Erica.
Hi, Cordelia.
Now, the only thing we need to do here is talk to Cordelia. There's only one topic that I really need to talk about, but these conversations are actually, I enjoy them, and I can skip through all of them, so I usually don't listen to them, so I'm actually going to listen to them
Cordelia,
out of enjoyment.
This is hard for me to say. I don't even know where to start.
Try me.
I remembered something from the night that my brother died. I knew I had seen you before, but I couldn't place it. 3 years ago, you were here the night he was murdered in this cemetery.
I know. That's why I tried to find you at the FBI office. I remembered seeing you here that night, too. When I realized who you were, it was horrible. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't a problem my coming by the office. I just didn't know how else to contact you.
It's fine. It's just been a busy few days. I can give you my cell phone number if you ever need to contact me again.
Thank you.
Okay. pretty sure this was the only one we need, but I do like talking to Cordelia.
What were you doing here?
I was visiting Max's grave.
And how did you get close to the crime scene?
I was sitting here, and I heard a gunshot. I didn't know what it was, so I called 911. Minutes later, I saw the commotion, the police cars, and I got closer. A police officer asked me to leave, but before I did, I saw you. It was you.
You didn't need to come to the office to tell me you remembered me. Why were you really there?
I wasn't sure I wanted to say it. I feel kind of dumb. It's just... Recently, I felt unsafe at my apartment. I started noticing a man hanging around. I don't like how he looks at me. After I realized who you were, I remembered something. That night you were here, I think I saw him here too.
What? Cordelia, what do you mean?
I can't be positive. He looks different. There are scars on this guy's face, but I swear I remember those eyes. It might be him, but more importantly, I'm afraid.
If that man is really... I can't check it out myself right now, but I can get a car over there at least. Someone to keep an eye on things until I can get there myself.
You'd do that? Well, thank you so much, Erica. I live at the Enthon Towers by the Charles River.
You did the right thing. I'll get over there myself soon, I promise.
Okay, that was something you actually needed to do. Now, if it wasn't clear to you, I mean, a man with scars on his face, and someone that Cordelia recognizes, it's clear that she is referring here to the Kane killer. So that seems to be something that's going to survive later on in the game, but we'll see how it goes right now.
You said you took over the business from your brother. What do you do?
He owned and managed some properties in the city, so now it's what I do. I'm not nearly as visionary as Max was, though.
Sounds like good work.
Not quite as interesting as being an FBI agent.
Interesting, yes. Good for your blood pressure or psyche, that's up for debate.
That sounds like you've had a bad day.
You could say that.
Do you want to talk about it?
A friend of mine was taken by someone this morning. I don't know where he is, but I know he's hurt badly and I have to find him.
That's awful. But you sound determined. I'm sure you'll find him.
Just finding him isn't good enough. I found Scott, I found Davies, and I was too late to save either of them.
I know what it's like to lose someone close to you, Erica. You care about this friend of yours a lot, don't you?
I do. More than I've let him know. But there are things I haven't told him about myself. I wish things were...
Simple?
Exactly. Something normal. Something that isn't messed up. But I'm starting to think there is no not messed up in my life.
You sound a lot like me sometimes.
What was your brother like?
Max... He was the real star in the family. Brilliant. Everyone loved him, and he was always kind to me. We lost our parents when I was still young, but he always looked out for me and made me part of the business. I wasn't really qualified at the time, but I tried to be for him.
It sounds like you were really close.
We were. I miss him so much, even now. I know he's gone, but there's still this hole where he used to be.
Well, same with me and Scotty. I'll hear a joke I know he'd love, or see a movie that's right up his alley, and sometimes I forget for a minute that I can't tell him about it.
Those are some of the best minutes, though.
I really like that conversation with the movie one. It seems really heartfelt and well written.
I talked to Rose. You were right. She's been a big help.
She's a good woman. I'm glad it worked out.
What kind of pain did she help you with?
Oh, it was... She helped me deal with Max's death. We'd just moved into a new place before it happened, and I wasn't dealing very well with it. I felt like I had no one else to turn to, no one else who understood what I was going through.
Oh. Well, glad she could help you. I was lucky I had people like John and my dad after Scotty died. I can't imagine going through it alone.
Alright.
I need to get back to my case. I'll let you know when I've got a car at the towers.
Thank you so much, Erica. If there's anything I can do, even if you just need to talk again, you've got my number.
I might take you up on that. I like not feeling quite so... weird.
Okay, so what we need to do is, so it looks like Cordelia is being a little threatened so much in the Enthon Towers, so we need to try to get a way to help her out. In fact, Melissa's apartment, the apartment that Dean Chapman gave the address to, we actually cannot go there.
She's not home. I left my card and told her to text me when she's home.
We actually cannot go there until we have helped Cordelia, so that's why I'm doing that right now. Now, the first thing is, let's... Actually, before I do that...
Hey, Gwen. Any news?
Not really. Sorry.
Thank you, Gwen.
Anytime.
Before I do that, I should show you why I'm about to do what I'm about to do. So let's talk to Davies. Davies has the power to send a car over to the Enthon Towers. Did I say Davies or McAdams? Whichever way, I meant McAdams.
McAdams?
Agent Reed?
I need a BPD car sent over to the Enthon Towers.
Why?
A friend of mine. She thinks someone may be stalking her.
Then she should call the police and file the complaint with them. Focus on your case. I shouldn't need to stress that Agent Sullivan's life depends on it.
So,
I'll
yeah.
See?
He's not really interested in Cordelia, so we have to have a little finesse in getting what we want. So once again, we're going to commit a little bit of a crime. So first we talked to Gwen here.
Hey, Gwen. Any news?
Not really. Sorry.
So we need an interagency request form.
I need an interagency request form.
Here you go.
It looks like you're buried in paperwork.
I'm so busy I haven't been able to get these forms to McAdams to get them signed. He's gonna be so mad at me.
Thanks, Gwen. Let me bring the stack in for you, at least.
Would you? Oh, thank you, Erica. You are a savior.
No problem, Gwen.
I've always
Thank you, Gwen.
found this little
Anytime.
section hilarious because by the time that she stopped talking about how buried in work she was, she could have actually taken the papers to McAdams and then came back, but, you know. Oh, and talking to John is completely optional, so I will not do it. He does have some things to talk about, but I'm not going to go through it. But you can't give this to him either. The only way you can do it is to combine the stack of papers with the interagency form.
I'll just add this one on top.
And to get him to sign this.
Here, these are from Gwen for you to sign.
And why are you bringing me these?
Because Tess quit. The evidence room was robbed, and she's going gray trying to keep everything together out there on her own.
She has her job, you have yours. But fine, give her this one, she can get the rest later.
Okay. So does that count as forgery? When I was playing through this, I was wondering if that counts as forgery. I think it does. So that's potentially the second count of forgery that you've done so far in Cognition. Anyway, just need to hand this over.
Here are some of those forms, Gwen. I think he said to bother him frequently about getting the rest of them done.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Thanks, hon.
And could you fax this to Officer Jonathan Duffer at the BPD for me?
All right.
Thanks, Gwen.
Hello, Erica.
Hi, Cordelia. It's all sorted out. There'll be a police car outside the building soon. I'll get there when I can, but in the meantime, if you see that guy, let them know, okay?
Thank you so much, Erica. I feel safer already knowing you're looking out for me.
I'm glad I could help. I'll call you later. It's from Melissa, Kelsey's old roommate. She's back at her apartment.
Before I do that, how could I ever forget? I was a backer, and so, you know, backers get their names in there. And how could I actually forget to put in my own little contribution? The thing is, I'm not particularly fond of this particular version of me. But there's an email.
Southie Townie boys. Don't forget our game against the Somerville Ballers is this Saturday at 2, and they've got their ringer, the infamous Miles Goodhue, in the lineup. Warm up and stretch those kicking legs, boys.
Yeah. So I am Sully's weird friend. So, yeah. Oh, which definitely lets you know that this is not real life, because, I'm not Sully's friend. Like, if you go to Facebook, actually, and look at the Cognition characters, there's a little bit of, Facebook characters talking to each other, you know, that sort of little deal. I've friended pretty much everyone except Sully, just because I want to have fun on that end. I'm gonna friend everyone except Sully. Either
Hello?
way.
Miss Carubia?
Who is it?
Special Agent Erica Reed, FBI.
Yes, of course. The Dean's office called about you. Namaste, Miss Reed.
It's Agent Reed, actually.
Of course. My apologies. Please, have a seat.
Okay, so this is Melissa. This will take a little bit of time to do this, but before I do, one of my favorite lines in the game.
I'm not here for a panty raid.
Yep, we're not here for a panty raid. So, that said, I think it's high time to end this episode, so thank you for watching. See you later.